of our prescribing system, and for that we all are aware that in homeopathy we are using a different potency. The purpose of the potency is to minimize and bring it to the level of the vital principle. This was the concept that Dr. Hahnemann had in his mind when he thought about having the uniform potency, and in that process he developed different level of the potency, and finally at the end of his life he had given us the final version of the potency that he called it to be the quinquagesimal potency. Quinquagesimal potency. This potency is very useful, and in the term that this is the potency that Dr. Hahnemann had practiced and used during the last 14 years of his active life. This potency was practiced by him during the last 14 years of his life, and he called it the quintessence potency. And this is the result of his work. This is the result of his work, continued effort to find out the comprehensive and profound way to medications and shorten the time of duration of the treatment. So two things was there, that it has to be the wider effect, very comprehensive effect, and time should be reduced, and there should be no aggravations at all. As we all are aware, there are when we practice medicines, there are several times we have to get the aggravations, and to remove that aggravations, it is important that we must have some uniform type of the potency. And Dr. Hahnemann was very much in search of a potency that has to be similar to the human life. This is the objective behind having the quintessential potency. Now, Q, it stands for the quinquagesimal. Quinquagesimal. Okay? Yes, I hear some quinquagesimal. Q stands for the quinquagesimal. The medicines are potentated in the proportion of 1:50,000. The ratio of one part is the medicine and 50,000 part is the vehicle. The largely used term LM is the Roman interpreted according to the Roman numbering system. This is Q instead of LM is now being commonly used in Switzerland and Germany. The individual steps of potentizations are thus termed Q1, Q2, etc. And also we are using 0 by 1, 0 by 2 or 0 by 3 or M by 1, M by 2 and so on. So these are the numberings that we are giving to the potency. Now we have the history. The first homeopath who discovered the changes in the 6th edition of the organon was the Swiss Rudolf Fleury. He was a Swiss doctor from the Switzerland, and he discovered that in the organon of medicine, 6th edition of organon, about the 50 millisimal potency. It was in late year. He began to manufacture Q potency right from 1942, just 100 years upon the completion of the manuscript of 6th editions of the organon. It is obvious also him who invented the term LM potency. Fleury communicated his discovery to his compatriot Charles Froude. He gave the message, and he introduced this Q potency in the French-speaking countries, and also inspired Adolphe Volge to prepare and prescribe Q potency. So this was the one approach, one place where in the Switzerland and Swiss doctors were trying to discover and use the quintessential potency. But the concurrent history are also there. Pierre Smith and his follower Jost Kungele they discovered the new prescriptions for preparation of the medicines in the 6th edition of organ. This is another parallel work that was going on by Peare, Smith and Punjle. They began to produce all so-called antisoric remedy in the form of Q potency from 1949 and onward. So these are the concurrent history about the how the Q potency came into existence. And you must be aware, this is the late entry, 100 years after the preparations of the 6th editions of the Organon of Medicine. Now, Dr. Bonigesens was also aware about this potency, but we don't know whether Dr. Kent was aware of this potency or not, because we don't find any information from Dr. Kent's writing about this. It may be because this 6th edition was very secretly published, and it is a late publication, posthumous publication, not published during the Hahnemann time. It was a very late publication due to the various causes. Dr. Bonigesens had praised the efficacy of these preparations out of his own experience in 1857. But as to the preparatory method, he said that in the next, hopefully soon to be published 6th edition of the Organon, it will be disclosed, because until we are bounded by word of honor to keep this procedure, which is known to us as secret. This is written in German in his foreign S380 in the Dr. Bonigesens' writing. That he was aware about this potency, but he had no full information about this potency. Now we are going to see about what are the thoughts behind having the why we should have a Q potency. Compliance, it is because of to comply the nature's law of cure. To justify the law, weaker dynamic affection is permanently extinguished in the living organism by a stronger one if the latter, while different in kind, is very similar to the former in its manifestations. This we all know that from the effort number 26, that similar weaker dynamic force is replaced by the stronger similar dynamic force. Now the process of the cure is nature. When we have the nature disease, it is replaced by the medicinal artificial disease. It is written in FIU number 28. Now this is the process, this is the flow chart, how the cure takes place. Disease, natural disease is there, applied medicinal medicine artificially. We know that the homeopathic medicines, all medicines which we are preparing, they are artificial in nature. And when it is administered to the patient, when it is put inside into the patient's life, there is only the disease and the medicines. Now the disease and medicines, they both live together, that we experience as a homeopathic aggravations. And after this homeopathic aggravations, the natural disease is replaced by the medicines, and only medicinal effects are felt. And later on, because the duration of action of medicines is very short, so when it's finished, you have the cure. So this is the process that Dr. Hahnemann had in his mind, how the homeopathic medicines is replacing. It is only a process of replacement of a natural disease by the artificial disease of the medicines. Now, medicine's role is to substitute the disease. What is the role of medicine? It is to replace the disease. Medicine has to be slightly higher than the disease power. This is very important. After disease, it should be substituted by the medicine's action of the medicine seizures, and only cure is left. Power of the medicine has to be harmony with the life. This is a very important line. Very important line. Power of the medicine has to be in harmony with the life's energy. And different potency came up to minimize the homeopathic aggravations. All the potency were meant and developed was only to minimize the homeopathic aggravations. And Q potency emerged as the most minimum potency for human vital plane. Concept of potency by reducing the material substance was based on the law of similar to make the power of medicine similar to the life vital principle. Now development, how it, the introductions of Q potency is characterized by two fundamental changes with regards to the preparation of dosage and the administered and repeated. We have to administer to the patient, how to administer and how to repeat. This development came about gradually and consistently. So this constantly became now phases of development of potency. Until 1828, tinctures made from fresh plant are potentized according to the centesimal scale up to C30 by stroking them twice against a hard surface. Other substances are titrated up to C3 with milk sugar and then potentized like the fresh plant tincture. A dose consists of 1 globule dry or moistened with the water as given for smelling. Initially, no scale was used to reduce the material. This is the first steps. There was no scale was there. Thereafter, they tried with the scaling, and no repetition of dose as long as the patient's health is improving. This was the concept. We don't have to repeat the potency as long as the patient is improving. Now, during an interim phase in 1838, Hahnemann demanded that all medical substance has to undergo titrations with the milk sugar up to C3, followed by further liquid potentizations up to C30, but also C60, C150 and C300 and even higher with 2 successions in the beginning and then 5 to 10 successions. We are aware about this system. From 1837 onward, even 10 to 50 successions, 1 or more globules has to be taken dry or moistened with some water. And most important novelty is the frequently required repetition of dose, even 1 or 2 days in case of chronic disease. First dry or for a small smelling the help of carrier substance, then dissolved, while the degree of dynamization should be slightly modified through shaking. The medicine is taken until the patient shows sign of amelioration. And the conclusion was titrations of all medicines, higher potency, more succession, repeatedly given dissolved dose. This leads to the Q potency except for the degree of the potentizations. In 270, Dr. Hahnemann writes, all medicines up to C3 are titrated. 1 grain of titrate C3 is dissolved in 500 drops of a mixture of alcohol and water. Then 1 grain of titrate C3 is dissolved in 500 drops of the mixture of alcohol and water, of which 1 drop is diluted in 100 drops of alcohol and potentized by means of 100 strong succession with the hand. In this way, the globules are moistened and termed Q1. Q1 thus corresponds to the more strongly diluted and dynamization C4. Then 1 globule of Q1 is dissolved again in 500 drops of alcohol and potentized by means of 100 suction. The globules are thus moistened and termed as Q2. This is the process that medicines are potentized. And during his life, Dr. Hahnemann had prepared up to Q30. Now, but in the market nowadays also, we are getting M60, Q60 potency also. Dr. Hahnemann in 246 volume of the 6th edition, he writes, what I said in the 5th edition of the Organon, in the long note to this paragraph, in order to prevent these undesirable reactions, this important line, undesirable reactions of the vital energy, was all the experience that I had justified. But during the last 4 or 5 years, however, all these difficulties are wholly solved by me by my new altered but perfected method. The same carefully selected medicines may now be given daily or for months if necessary in this way. So now the problem of repetition is solved. You can repeat daily, you can repeat for 1 month, 2 months, whatever time, how much time it is required. Earlier it was said that medicine has to be given for one time and wait, it should not be repeatedly used. So according to his own Hahnemann words, Hahnemann used the Q potency since 1837 to 1838. He called them medicament au globules, in contrast to the previously manufactured medicaments a la Gauté, of which he used to describe the degree of potency in Roman number. He marked the new medicinal preparations of globule with Arabic number, on which he placed a small circle. This was the way that he was using. Now indications when you have to use the Q potency. Chronic disease after previous usage of the variety of medicines and corresponding deteriorations of the patient response to the remedy you can use in the chronic disease where you have used several medicines the patients were using. In case of concurrent use of medicines which cannot be immediately discontinued, that time also simultaneously the patient may be taking the allopathic medicines and you can prescribe our homeopathic medicines also. Then advanced pathology where changes of the organ has taken place, here also you can use. As a palliative treatment also this medicine is useful, and patients who cannot be dissuaded from taking frequent dose which they are accustomed. So now some patients who are accustomed with the medicines, they are not able to change, they cannot leave, they are dependent on the medicines, so they can take the medicines simultaneously. Now administration is, the Q potency are administered in a dissolved form. This is a different way, everyone are using in their different way, but what is mentioned and what was being followed by, I am talking about what was being followed by Dr. Hahnemann. So a 10 ml bottle is handed out or prescribed. Before taking a dose, the bottle has to be hit with the 10 times and a hard surface, and 1 or 2 drops are added to a plastic cup filled with 2/3 with water, then stirred hard for 10 times with a plastic spoon, of which 1 teaspoon is taken while the rest is thrown away. When taking a new medicine, use a new cup and a spoon. Now dosage. What should be the dosage? Patients with other medications who are taking other medicines, and in case of very acute or painful condition, disease, a daily dose is required. Patient without other medications, which however has only discontinued shortly before the treatment, or in case of strong constant pains every second day. Now patient with medications which has finished some time ago and moderate or moderately severe disease, then every 3rd day. In case of positive response and gradual discontinuity of the treatment, when some residual symptoms have remained, every 4th to 7th day. The same potency can then also be taken over a period of 2 to 3 months. So this is the process that you can take. You can repeat daily, you can repeat every 2nd day, you can repeat every 3rd day. It depends on the situations or which is being required by the patients. Now durations, how long you have to take. In general, the same degree of potency should be taken for 4 weeks. Patient should be advised to report again immediately thereafter, 1 or 2 weeks later, after an interval without any medicines, to see whether the symptoms have reappeared immediately or not. Then immediate deterioration, if there is an immediate deterioration, treatment has not sufficiently progressed, then commonly the case chronic disease during the first month treatment. Then no immediate deterioration, stagnation, this may occur with moderate chronic disease. With severe disease, only after a longer period of treatment indicates imminent healing. That means immediate deteriorations, no immediate deteriorations and severe, they have the different durations will be required to complete the treatment. Then follow-up prescription, when to prescribe the next medicine, next prescription. When the same remedy is still indicated, then prescribe the next higher potency. If you are giving 0 by 1, you give 0 by 2. After 4 weeks, do not prescribe the next higher because when the medicines has been taken daily or even every second day, it has been taken 280 to or 140 times during the period, and therefore already exceeded the next step. 100 suction has been crossed. So you don't require to repeat again. It seems to be more convenient to skip 1 or 2 steps, that is Q3, 6, 9. That means if you are giving first potency, then you can skip second, or you use the third. So alternate potency you can decide, and you see how it is just like the tuning the medicines with the patient's condition. Then sensitive patients where there is SSC symptoms are there, who are very like the hypochondriac patients. In rare case, the correctly produced medicines lead to so-called SSC symptoms, and so in this case, it is recommended to take the medicines diluted 2 or 3 cups. Preparation should be according to the above mentioned instruction, but 1 teaspoonful instead of being taken is added to a second cup filled up to 2/3 with water and stirred 10 times of which 1 teaspoon is taken once or more diluted in the same way. Now, what about the aggravations, the primary aggravations? Primary reactions usually not observed with the Q potency. This is the very important benefit of using you don't have the primary aggravations. Then if there is some aggravations is there, it happens only during the second stage. So late homeopathic aggression, if the patient feels well, the medicine is further taken until original symptoms of the disease reappear, which are first sign of eminent healing power. If there is a relapse, then you have to stop. So further reduce the dose, repeat the dose after longer interval, completely discontinue the medicines. These are the process that you can adopt. This is the process is given in 281 FI of the Organon of Medicines. Now today, Q potency has taken up a small but not insubstantial share of the market of homeopathic remedies, which are prescribed by physicians and practitioners. Very few practitioners are using Q potency. Patients and homeopaths worldwide are obviously convinced of now the awareness has come up. Although this by no means indicates that higher potency debate has come to an end, the gentle power of the small dosage convinces an increasingly number of people, although the kind of evidence required for scientific medicine is still not available and will remain difficult to supply in the future. So in my practice, what I am doing, I am always using LM potency. LM potency with great success in acute cases and chronic cases, both field. Its action is wonderful. I request to all my colleagues to rely on LM potency without any hesitation, and they will achieve every success. Since my practice of homeopathic medicines is only through the transmission of medicines from a distance, I found LM potency to be the most quintessence spirit for administration of homeopathic medicines. Dr. Hahnemann's final 6th edition of Organon of Medicines, where he redefined and restructured almost all fundamental understandings. So this is the thoughts behind the 50 millismol potency. So LM potency is like from fear and confusion to love and courage, and we should be reminded of sapere aude dare to be wise. This is the important message that we all have for this potency. So now, friend, I have completed my topics. If you can have any questions, you can ask. I have completed my talk. If anyone wishes to, up, if you wish to ask something, you can do. अगर कोई पूछना चाहते हैं तो वो बात कर सकते हैं. सीएम सेंटिसिमल पोटेंसी नहीं के बराबर है. कितना आप पूछ रहे हैं कितना पानी वाटर लेना चाहिए. ये मैं जनरली ये कहता हूं कि आधा कप पानी, एक जो कप होता है साइज, उसका आधा कप पानी में आधा कप डाल ले लीजिए और उसमें एक ग्लोबुल्स को उसका डाइल्यूट कर दीजिए और अच्छे से चम्मच से मिला दीजिए. उसमें से फिर एक चम्मच दे दीजिए. ऐसे करके आधा कप पानी ज़्यादा यूजफुल है. यस. और कोई अदर जर्म्स नहीं आ जाए, उसका प्रिजर्वेटिव वैल्यू बचाए रखने के लिए थोड़ा सा स्प्रिट आप डाल सकते हो. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, लेकिन अगर ज़्यादा दिन रखना है तब तो डालना उचित होगा. अगर नहीं ज़्यादा दिन रखना है तो बिना स्प्रिट डाले हुए भी काम चल जाता है. ओके. मैं डिस्टिल वाटर दे करके और हेयर जो है तो उसमें डिप कर दिया जाता है और उसमें 10 स्ट्रोक्स दे करके रख दिया जाता है. क्लिनिक में ही रखा रहता है. पेशेंट फिर चले जाते हैं, फिर आकर के रिपोर्ट करते हैं. जो पेशेंट को विश्वास नहीं होता है उनको हम लोग सादी गोली दे देते हैं, यानी कि प्लेसिबो का गोली दे देते हैं. लेकिन हमारे क्लिनिक में आएंगे तो प्लेसिबो भी नहीं देते हैं. बहुत सारे क्लिनिक में ओपीडी में जहाँ की मैं डेली 100 पेशेंट के आसपास में देखता हूँ, वहाँ पर प्लेसिबो तक नहीं देते हैं. वहाँ जानते हैं कि डॉक्टर साहब के पास में जाएंगे तो वहाँ पर केवल हेयर दे देना है और उसके बाद में रिपोर्ट करते रहना है. तो ये एक तरीका है जो कि बहुत ही एडवांस्ड है और इस सिस्टम को अगर आप यूज करते हैं तो आपको काफ़ी इसमें बहुत ही इफेक्टिव वे में आप होम्योपैथी का यूज कर सकते हो. और ये हैनीमैन का कॉन्सेप्ट का, हैनीमैन ने क्या कहा, हैनीमैन ने कहा कि हम इलाज किसका करते हैं हम लोग, वाइटल प्रिंसिपल का. वाइटल प्रिंसिपल क्या चीज़ है जिसको कि हम देखते नहीं है, डायनेमिक पावर है. और डायनेमिक पावर क्या चीज़ से अफेक्टेड होता है, डायनेमिक डिजीज से होता है. तो दवा क्या चाहिए, दवा चाहिए डायनेमिक. इसीलिए उन्होंने पोटेंसी की बात करी, डायनेमिक पोटेंसी. जब दवा तीनों चीज नहीं है, भौतिक नहीं है, उसमें कोई भी मैटर नहीं है, कोई मॉलिक्यूल नहीं है, तो जो मॉलिक्यूल नहीं है उसको हम लोग कहते हैं डायनेमिक का जो प्रॉपर्टी होता है वो डिस्टेंट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन से होता है, दूर से प्रसारित किया जा सकता है, जो कि हम लोग सारे रिमोट सिस्टम आजकल यूज हो रहे हैं. तो होम्योपैथिक दवा जो है क्योंकि इतना डायनेमिक है, इतना सॉल्यूशन है कि उसे रिमोट से आप लोग यूज कर सकते हैं. ये बहुत बेहतरीन तरीका है और आपको थोड़ा सा अपने अंदर में विश्वास रखना पड़ेगा, कॉन्फिडेंस रखना पड़ेगा, होम्योपैथी के प्रति थोड़ा सा अंडरस्टैंडिंग रखनी होगी. तो आप इसमें निश्चित रूप से इसमें आप इसको देख सकते हैं. बहुत सारे, मैं एक दो प्रैक्टिशनर नहीं है, हम लोग यहाँ पर थर्सडे को एक हम लोग का मीटिंग होता है, उसमें आजकल वेबिनार, और आप लोग भी थर्सडे को 3 बजे ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. कैन यू गिव प्रैक्टिकल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ रेमेडी. प्रैक्टिकल है, ये प्रैक्टिकल है, बहुत ही प्रैक्टिकल है. मैं इसको आप नहीं देखे हैं ये तो इसको कैसे देखना चाहते हैं. अभी तो मैं इसको क्लिनिक में आप अगर आकर के देख सकते हैं, ऐसा एक तरीका हो सकता है, या आप खुद अपने क्लिनिक में बैठ करके इसको कर सकते हैं. और कोई, ठीक है ना. एक ही बॉटल नहीं यूज करते हैं, अलग अलग बॉटल यूज करना है. अगर आप जैसे 0/1 यूज कर लिए, जब 0/2 देनी है तो नई बोतल लेनी होगी. क्योंकि दवा ऐसा माना गया है, मैंने भी अभी भी लेक्चर में बताया था, हर एक बार अगर पोटेंसी बदलनी है या दवा बदलनी है तो हम उस बॉटल को हटा दीजिए, नया बॉटल यूज कीजिए, उसमें जो फ्रेश बॉटल यूज कीजिए। यूज किया हुआ बॉटल हम लोग यूज नहीं करते हैं। और पानी के जगह पर अगर आप डिस्टिल वाटर यूज करते हैं तो ज़्यादा उपयुक्त होगा, लेकिन इमरजेंसी केस में जहाँ नहीं मिलता, कैन वी पुट सिंगल ग्लोबल इन 500 डिस्टिल वाटर एंड देन यूज द सेम शुड बी। ये 500 को क्या 500 1 लीटर में डिस्टिल वाटर में डाल करके एंड देन, नहीं, हेयर को हर एक बार नया नहीं लेना है। हेयर एक बार ले लेते हैं, वो फिर हमारे क्लिनिक में रखा रहता है, फाइल में रहता है, और जैसे उसकी दवा बदलनी है, जो फॉलो अप प्रिस्क्रिप्शन है, सेकेंड ये आपका 12 ऑब्जर्वेशन, उस हिसाब से अगर हमको दवा का पोटेंसी बढ़ाना है तो उसी हेयर को हम दूसरी दवा में डाल देंगे, अगर दूसरे पोटेंसी में डाल देंगे या दूसरी दवा में डाल देंगे, बार बार नहीं लेने का जरूरत होगा। अभी मैंने बताया था कि OD-BD यहाँ पर चलता है। आप ये डिपेंड करता है कि पेशेंट का सेंसिटिविटी कितनी है। अगर बहुत ज़्यादा तकलीफ है तो आप दिन में 4 बार दे सकते हैं, 8 बार दे सकते हैं, और अगर कम जैसे जैसे घटता जाता है तो आप उसको समय को घटा सकते हैं। इंटेंसिटी पर डिपेंड करता है, ठीक है ना। और अगर क्रॉनिक केस है तो मैंने अभी बताया कि महीनों इसको रिपीट कर आप कर सकते हैं। यहाँ पर उसको एक ही डोज माना जाएगा, है ना, उसका चूंकि वह उसका बटा हुआ है, डिवाइडेड डोज है, तो एक ही डोज का कई एक डिवीजन किया हुआ है, इसीलिए इसको सिंगल डोज माना जाता है। और वह तब तक देना है, तब तक ये देते रहना है जब तक कि पेशेंट के अंदर में कोई परिवर्तन आप नहीं देख रहे हैं। जब परिवर्तन होने लगता है तो उसके बाद में आपको दवा देने की जरूरत नहीं है, रुक जाना है, वेट करना है। कब तक वेट करना है? जब तक कि परिवर्तन हो रहा है ना, जब तक उसमें परिवर्तन हो रहा है तब तक रुके रहिए। जब परिवर्तन होना रुक जाता है, बंद हो जाता है, तब फिर आप अगर लगता है कि हमको यही पोटेंसी है तो आप वहाँ पर दे सकते हैं। लेकिन अच्छा ये होगा कि आप नेक्स्ट हायर पोटेंसी में चले जाइए। 1 दे रहे हैं और 1 देने के मान लीजिए 10 दिन आपने 1 दिया, 10 दिन तक 0/1 पोटेंसी दिया, तो आप उसके बाद में पेशेंट के अंदर में चेंज आना शुरू हो गया तो आप दवा देना बंद कर दीजिए, वहाँ प्लेसिबो दे दीजिए, आप वेट करते रहिए। फिर देखिए आप कोई प्रोग्रेस नहीं हो रहा है तो आप 0/2 देना शुरू कर दीजिए, है ना। इसी तरह से जब काम शुरू हो जाता है, यानी मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि जब दवा अपना काम करता रहता है तो रिपीट नहीं करना है, तो तब तक रिपीट करना है जब तक कि दवा काम नहीं शुरू कर रहा है, ठीक है ना। ये हम लोग का अंडरस्टैंडिंग रहना चाहिए इसमें। इसमें चाहे चिल्ड्रेन हो चाहे बड़े हो, सभी के लिए देखिए, चिल्ड्रेन बड़े सभी का जो एवरेज इन डायनेमिक प्लेन जो है, ह्यूमन डायनेमिक प्लेन जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, वह एक ही माना गया है। शरीर का छोटा होना बड़ा होना से मतलब नहीं है, क्योंकि हम ये लाइफ एनर्जी की बात है, और लाइफ एनर्जी का जो औसत जो है सो उसको डॉक्टर हैनीमैन ने 0/150 मिलीसिमल का जो सबसे लोएस्ट पोटेंसी है उसको उन्होंने 0/1 समझा था। इसीलिए कहा कि आप यहाँ से इस्तेमाल शुरू करो और इसके बाद में धीरे 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 उसके ऊपर में जाओ। ट्यूनिंग जैसे जैसे आप महसूस करोगे, 1 के बाद में 2 महसूस करोगे तो 2 दोगे, 3 महसूस करोगे तो 3 दोगे, वो ग्रेजुअल जाओगे। इसलिए बच्चा हो, बूढ़ा हो, जवान हो, सब बच्चे बूढ़े जवान से इसका मतलब नहीं होता है। वहाँ उनके लिए होता है जहाँ कि आप खाना खिलाते हो, बच्चे को का डोज अलग होता है, बूढ़े का डोज अलग होता है, जवान का डोज अलग होता है। जहाँ कि आप भौतिक चीज देते हो, मटेरियल देते हो, यहाँ तो मटेरियल दे ही नहीं रहे हैं। यहाँ पर क्या दे रहे हैं? यहाँ पर आप एक एनर्जी दे रहे हैं। तो एनर्जी का एक ही फॉर्म है ना, एक लाइफ ह्यूमन एनर्जी है, ह्यूमन लाइफ है, और एक मेडिसिनल लाइफ है, एनर्जी है। तो जब एनर्जी प्लेन पर दवा दे रहे हैं तो वहाँ पर डोजेज का मैंने कितना दिन पर कितना 1 देना है, 2 देना है, ये नहीं देखना। देखना है कि बीमारी का इंटेंसिटी कहाँ है ना, बीमारी का इंटेंसिटी कहाँ पर है। अगर बहुत क्रॉनिक है, ज़्यादा वो जो आपका पोटेंसी प्रॉब्लम, पोटेंसी कैसे का जो इस्तेमाल कैसे करना है, जो हैनीमैन ने अपने ऑर्गेनल में दिया है कि जहाँ डीप पैथोलॉजिकल चेंज आ गया है तो हम वहाँ लो पोटेंसी देंगे, जहाँ मेंटल सेंसिटिविटी ज़्यादा है वहाँ हाई पोटेंसी यूज करेंगे, बच्चों को हाई पोटेंसी देंगे, जहाँ की सेंसिटिविटी ज़्यादा है वहाँ पर हम लोग हाई पोटेंसी यूज करेंगे। हाँ, एवरी डे पेशेंट हैज टू टेक, यस एवरी डे। तब कब तक देंगे एवरी डे? जब तक कि चेंज नहीं आया है। चेंज आ गया तो वहाँ बंद कर दो और बंद करके उसको प्लेसिबो दे दो।
अब तो किसी क्वेश्चन है नहीं सर, खत्म किया जाए सेशन।
ठीक है, लेकिन ये थोड़ा सा और लोग को अवेयरनेस नहीं हो पाया है, पता नहीं क्यों। अब मैंने तो सोचा आपके ग्रुप में बहुत
यहाँ पे था सर, लेकिन ये सॉफ्टवेयर नया तो कुछ लोगों को समझ में नहीं आया, इसलिए तो हो जाते हैं सेशन।
नहीं, इसलिए तो मैं पूछा था कि आपको कौन सा सॉफ्टवेयर, तो आपने कहा कि आप जो, तो मैं यहाँ पर तो पटना से मैं ये कहते हैं डू दे नीड सक्शन। हाँ, हर एक बार सक्शन देना जरूरी है। सक्शन कैसे देते हैं उसको, ये स्ट्रोक दे करके, और अगर स्ट्रोक देने कप में रखे हैं तो चम्मच से बहुत तेजी से हिलाइए, है ना, चम्मच से बहुत तेजी से हिलाइएगा, उसको सक्शन कहते हैं। और अगर आपको कोई ऐसा साइट, ये बहुत यूजफुल है, इसमें नंबर आपका कितने भी समय का इसमें लिमिट नहीं है, इसलिए मैंने ये लोग यूज करते हैं। ओके, हम लोग आप इस ग्रुप में डाल दिया करेंगे। कल थर्सडे को एक हम लोग का ट्रांसमिशन, मोड ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन पर एक मेरा लेक्चर है, जो हम ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ मेडिसिन, तो थर्सडे को ही 3 बजे होगा। उसमें फिर कई एक लोग रहते हैं, तो आप, मैं उस लिंक डाल दूंगा, लेकिन वो आपको जूम्स पर है, वो जूम के लेक्चर होते हैं। जूम के लेक्चर केवल 40 मिनट्स का होता है, उसमें आप लोग शामिल होइए। मैं लिंक आपको ग्रुप में डाल दूंगा। तो मैं बता पाया, और
नहीं सर, वो आप लोगों से सीखने के लिए तो किया जा रहा है,
कोशिश किया जाएगा, और भी हम लोग ऐसे ही मिलते रहें, जो भी बात करनी हो।